This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so what we were trying to do, let me just close the screen. Okay, we already created a sales order. So if I go to that sales order, or maybe we already created a sales order, but due to some reason, we were not able to process that. So I will open the same sales order, which we created in our last week's session. So that was for our sales organization RC01, or it is RECH? RECH, okay. And this was the sales order that we created. Okay, and what error we were getting is if I'm trying to click on this and go for availability control, system is, see now it is working because I made the changes. The problem was that the MRP view of this particular material was not extended. Right, it is very important for the MRP view to be extended also, because of which we were getting the error. Okay, so even if I show you the other material that we were using yesterday, let me first confirm this, or maybe let's come out. So VA02, and the order that we were trying to see yesterday, the last order, where we created a separate material, okay, FG2. So even here also, if you just go to availability control, I think the availability control is already done for this. That is the reason it is not going. If you go to schedule lines, yes, you can see the item is already confirmed. The material is already confirmed, right? How? The reason was, if you go to material master, in the material master, your material should be extended for the MRP view. In order to perform the availability control, the material should be available in your MRP view. So what you need to do, as of now, I'm not introducing MRP in detail at this stage. We will have a separate discussion on MRP. But at this stage, just ensure that for your plant and storage location, I'm in MM01. I need to go to MM02. Okay, for this particular material, you have to ensure that your MRP1 view at least is extended for the combination of your plant and storage location. And here you can either enter, if you don't want to include this material for planning, you can enter ND. If you want to include this material, you can include PD. So normally PD is what we assign here to our material master so that the availability control can take place. Right, yesterday this was missing, and that is the reason we were getting the error that this material is not available in plant RC01. Actually, it was talking about this particular view of the material master.
Yesterday I was searching for this field MRP type in sales and plant sales tab. So I got confused why it is not there.
No,
Because
in the
we
sales
will
right, in the sales tab, this is related to MRP or availability control that we already maintained. So that was this one. If I show you in sales tab, this one, availability check.
no MRP type in telco we use MM42, 41, 43 as this creation of material. So in there in sales tab only we have the field for material MRP type. So I
That
got
is a
confused there.
different scenario, right? Yeah, you are right. That is a different scenario for telco and all.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, we'll come to that. So as of now, by just providing this MRP view, by just extending this MRP1 view of this material master, I just provided PD and that error is resolved. So we will discuss what exactly is MRP type, where exactly you'll be able to see in different scenarios. We'll talk about that. But at this stage, let's continue with our sales order process so that we get a complete end-to-end understanding of what are the different phases of the sales order cycle. So what I'll do is we will process the same order which we created on day one. Instead of using this orders which we created yesterday, let's continue with the same order, which is 603. So this was the same sales order where we said that This is related to the trading goods. Quantity is 10. Okay, and currently the problem was that there was no material availability of this particular material. So if I go to MMBE, I first need to verify whether the material is available or not. Okay, so I want to verify the availability of trading underscore goods for plant RC01. Okay, execute. So it will tell me whether the material availability is there or not. So definitely the material is available, which means we can continue to process this sales order. Okay, so normally what happens is whenever you create a sales order, if those material availability checks are already in place, system will automatically perform the availability check and it will tell you whether on the requested delivery date. See, customer has requested the delivery date on 20th of September. Okay, but the problem is you can see system is telling you on 20th of September, I don't have this, I cannot deliver this material. The reason is not because we don't have the stock. The reason is because of the factory calendar. You know, today is weekend, Saturday, Sunday. Normally, most of the companies don't work. So normally they enter the factory calendar in which they say that we are not doing the deliveries on Saturdays and Sundays, and that is the reason system is automatically proposing you the next working day. Right? System is proposing you that you can do the delivery on 21st of September 2020. Right? So if you agree, you have to click on this button, copy. Even if the material is not available, let's assume in our case, this material is already in the stock. But let's assume due to some reason, this material is not available in your stock. In that case, what system will do is system will verify whether we can purchase this material or not. For example, if I can purchase this material from outside within 7 days, then what system will do is system will tell you, okay, no problem, within 7 days this material can be procured. So you can commit the customer that the material will be delivered in next 7 days. So it is not necessary that the requested delivery date, what has been requested by the customer, you will be able to fulfill it. If you are not able to fulfill it, system will clearly tell you at the time of sales order creation itself that when it is possible to deliver this material. Okay, so click on copy. What will happen now is if you go to the scheduling lines, this is a tab which will allow you to check whether the quantity has been confirmed or not. So you can see the quantity is confirmed, but when you can only deliver on 21st of September. Before 21st September, system will not allow you to deliver this material to the customer. Once this quantity is confirmed, you can save this order. Okay. Now, if the quantity is already confirmed, this means system already knows that there is a sales order 603, which needs to be delivered on 21st of September. All right. Now, the sales team responsibility is done. They have created the sales order, and now it is delivery team's responsibility to ensure that this material has been delivered to the customer on time. Right. So once the sales order is created, you will be able to deliver the material using logistics, sales and distribution. Okay, here you will be going to shipping and transportation. You'll be selecting outbound delivery. Whenever you are sending the material to the customer or maybe to the third party, you will be using outbound delivery, and here single document you will be able to use this transaction VL01N for the delivery. So if you double click on this, system will ask you from which shipping point you want to deliver the material. Okay, this shipping point, if you remember, it is already there in our sales order. So if I open the sales order screen, okay, if you go to VA03, sorry. Okay, for this particular material, if you double click, if you go to shipping information, if you remember, we entered the shipping point here. Right, so our shipping point is RC01. This should be same. Whatever you entered in the sales order, you have to enter the same at the time of delivery. Okay, so here you will enter RC01. You will tell the system the date on which date you are performing this transaction, and you have to enter the sales order number. Now the problem is system is automatically capturing today's date. Okay, so if you try to execute this, you will get this error. See what is the error? No schedule line due for delivery up to the selected date. So selected date is what? Selected date is 20th. Up to 20th, there are no deliveries due. Delivery is only due on 21st of September, right? And that is the reason, in that case, if you are trying to do the delivery for the future dates, in that case, you have to select the date here properly. Okay, normally it is the same date, because normally even the person who is doing the transaction, they will be also entering the day which falls in the week rather than doing on the weekends. But yes, if possible, you can change the date here, and when you click on OK, system will automatically show you against the sales order which material is due, how much quantity is due. Okay, system will automatically give you that information. Okay, so what you need to do here is you can tell the system to pick the data. See, now what happens in the company? Let's assume the warehouse. Now this warehouse will pick the material physically from that warehouse, and they will deliver this material to the customer. So there is a separate picking stage and there is a separate issue stage, which means once the material is picked from the stock, then only it can be delivered to the customer. So first you have to go to the picking tab. In the picking tab, you will tell the system from which storage location how much material you want to deliver. Okay, how much material you want to pick. So delivered quantity is 10, but it may happen that out of 10 you want to deliver only 5 till now. Okay, so you can enter the picked quantity here, whatever has been picked. This is a storage location because the material is available at a particular storage location. So we are telling the system that we are picking this much quantity of material from this particular storage location, and you are going to enter the pick quantity here. Okay, so let me enter this stage. So if I have a time gap between picking the material and doing the issues, in that case, I can just save just the picking document, right? As of now, I just picked it. I have still not delivered to the customer, right? If you are doing both at the same time, then using the same transaction, you can actually perform the PGI also. Okay, post good issue is nothing but PGI. So now once the delivery has been created, if you want to process this delivery, you have to go to the change delivery because the delivery number is already generated. When you click on change delivery, it will tell you what is the status. The status is the material has been picked. Now, if you want to deliver, if you want to issue, you will click on this post goods issue. Okay, but before you do that, let's verify what is the material setting. So if I go to this particular material, okay, I just want to verify because it will, when you do the post good issue, system will generate the accounting entry. And in order for the system to generate the accounting entry, there are some mandatory settings which needs to be there in the material master. So I'll go to MM03 for trading underscore goods, and I want to see the information related to accounting tab. Okay, accounting one tab for plant RC01. So you can see valuation class is 3100, and if I come down, you can see the price at which the material is currently available in the stock is 500 USD, sorry, 5,000 per unit, and total value of this material is 500,000 USD or INR. INR in our case, it is INR. So 5,000 INR is a cost per unit, and there are total 100 units, and that is the reason total value is 500,000 USD. Sorry, INR. In our case, how much we are selling now? We are issuing 10 quantity, which means 5,000 multiplied by 10. That will become 50,000 INR is something, the worth of material that we are issuing. Okay, and this accounting entry will be depending upon the valuation class. So see what will happen now. If I go to my delivery and if I click on this post goods issue, just click on this button, you can see system is asking us the GL account. System doesn't know which GL account would be posted. Okay, system wants to know which GL account should be triggered at this time of posting. So this is a integration between SD, MM, and FI. All three are involved in this configuration. Why? Because you are triggering the document from sales, from SD module. it is related to the materials movement, because material is going to be dispatched. So this material movement, maybe receiving the material, issuing the material, this is all part of and ultimately, irrespective of whether it is SD or at the end of the day, everything is going to the accounts, and that is the reason FI integration is also important. So this configuration has to be maintained in OBYC. There is a transaction code OBYC, which is responsible for the material movement related accounting entries. Okay, so in that case, what I need to do, I need to go to transaction OBYC, and I just need to maintain whatever is told here, wherever we are getting the error. So it will clearly tell you what exactly is wrong. So it is saying account determination is missing for entry RECH. Okay, if you double click again, it will give you the detailed one. So first 4 characters that you are able to see, this is nothing but my chart of account. GBB is my transaction key. You can see this. Blank is my valuation group code. VAX is nothing but my account group code, and 3100 is nothing but my valuation class. So what I need to do is I just need to maintain the same settings in my OBYC configuration. Okay, normally, practically speaking, this will either be normally configured by in coordination with finance. Okay, so here, first of all, chart of account, and then it was doing the transaction key. So these are the transaction keys. We were getting the error for the transaction key GBB. You can see this is the transaction key. If you go to the performance assistant, it will give you the clear information. Transaction key is GBB. So what I'll do is I will go to GBB from here. Okay, this is GBB. It is asking me for chart of account. My chart of account is RECH. And here you can see the value is already maintained for this valuation class, but it is missing for our valuation class. Our valuation class is 3100. So VAX for 7920, it's already available. You can see here, but for 3100, it is missing. So what I can do is simply, I can copy it. Okay, I can just copy this and just change it to valuation class 3100. Okay, so now the values are maintained for 3100 also, which means system should be able to determine the GL account from here. Okay, let's try. So again, if I go back to my transaction, again, if I go to this error log, come out of this and try to post goods issue once again, now you can see there is some other error. Okay, the error which was related to the GL account determination, that has gone away. Now this is the error which is related to some FI configuration. You don't need to worry. You will normally not get as a SD consultant in your case, because this is a test system. Someone has changed the ledger settings. That is the reason you are getting this error. But let me resolve this. So even when you are working on the test system, if you are getting this kind of error, I will tell you how to solve it. So click on post goods issue, click on this error. Just remember, if you are getting this kind of error, you have to click on this last program. Okay, click on this. It will tell you what is wrong with your company code. So you can see the problem is this one. To fiscal year value for company code ledger not allowed with underlying ledger 0C. So there is something wrong with ledger 0C. If I open question mark, it will tell me exactly what is the problem. So if you are facing this kind of issues, I am not expecting you to solve on your own. You can definitely come to me and I will try to resolve these errors, or you can contact your FI team. FI team in the sense the guys who are currently taking the training from FI, they will be also able to help you out. Okay, so 0C, I will execute this. It's already blocked. Let me refresh this completely because there is some inconsistencies. There is something going on in the background which is creating this problem. Okay, so let me continue with this logon and end all others so that nothing is locked. Okay, and then the error If I go to financial accounting, global settings, ledgers, ledger, slow. This transaction is normally slow because it is the main transaction which is related to FI. All the FI postings are triggered from here. Okay, so here if I see this, the problem is for the ledger 0C. Okay, let me do one more thing. There is a deactivate a ledger 0C, and here for company code RECH, this is a problem where we are getting stuck. Let me see what exactly is the error. So if I go to VL02N, which is to change the outbound delivery, this is our outbound delivery document. And if I'm trying to do the PGI, this is the error. If I open this program, it is taking me to the same step that I'm doing. So what it is saying is to fiscal year value for company code. Okay, I got this. So let me go to 0E ledger. And here also I need to enter for RECH 2019. Okay, let's see if it solves the error. So I will again go back to my messages, back, close, and try to do the PGA. Okay, so document has been created. So if you are getting this kind of finance errors, you don't need to worry. This is an integrated system. You know, when you are actually working in the system, you definitely need to report these errors to your financial counterparts. Okay, in the system, if you are getting such issues, you can directly contact me. So the delivery has been saved, which means the PGI activity has been completed, which means now the material has been issued from your system. So if I go to my MMBE report once again, okay, and for this particular material and this particular plant, if I execute it, you can see that 10 quantity has been issued out of the stock. Okay, and if I want to know the sales order status, if I want to know what exactly is the status of my sales order, so I'll go to transaction VA03 once again. This is my sales order number. Okay, and you can see there is a very important thing in the sales order called as document flow. This document flow will give you the complete picture of this sales order, what exactly has been happened to this sales order till now, and what is the further steps that you need to carry out. So if I click on this display document flow, see it is clearly telling you that this standard order was created on this particular date. Okay, there is a delivery document which was created on 20th. We created this, and then the picking request. Okay, there is a picking request which was created just now. We created 10 minutes back. You can see 10:15, and then now we have done the goods issue. And when you do the goods issue, you can see actually 10 uh, quantity has gone out of your stock. Okay, and that is the reason if I, whenever you are doing any goods movement, whenever there is any receiving or issuing the material, system will generate the accounting document. So if I click on this and if I click on display document, it will show me the delivery document, right? Same way, if I say click on this picking request and click on the display document, okay, it is not possible, it is saying. So some of the documents will not go. But if I do this goods issue delivery again, click on display document, this will take me to the material document. This will take me to the document which has performed the goods issue. Okay, where the actual material movement has been done. Did it get
Hello,
opened?
Vikram. Hello.
Yes, Akshay.
Yeah, the factory calendar in shipping point is maintained as 5-day working because as the Saturday, Sunday is off as per the factory calendar, correct? Then
Yeah.
how the goods issue got possible? Means-
No goods issue. See, okay, let me explain. Let me complete this display document.
Okay,
Yeah.
because generally it gives an error if we do the future delivery date, create future delivery and try to PGI on the same date, then it gives an error. That's why I was asking.
Right. So that is a setting which we need to maintain, Akshay. If you want to allow, it will allow. But if you don't want to allow, so there is maybe the factory calendar is also different at the plant level and at the sales organization level. So based on that, system will be triggering this. But I'll explain you. No need to worry. Just let me complete this. So you can see here the document has been created. This is a material document. You can see this is a material document number. So as I told you, when you are doing the issue, it is not only SD. SD will bringing the and will ultimately bringing the FI because there is a material movement. The system will also generate the accounting document. So you are doing a delivery from your sales order from the sales and distribution module. Sales and distribution module is bringing in in picture. You can see this material document where you can clearly see that 10 quantity is going out against this movement type from this particular plant, from this particular storage location, who is the goods recipient. So all this information you are able to capture it here. And then ultimately, because there is a material movement involved, there is a accounting impact also. So if I go to FI documents, you can see here system has generated the accounting document and system has generated the material ledger document. This material ledger, as I told you last time, this is the mandatory setting in SAP S/4HANA, due to which whenever you do any materials movement, whenever you are buying anything, selling anything, every time when the material is either coming in or going out, the material ledger document would be created. But again, we don't need to worry about this. Let's double click on accounting document. This is where the system will generate the account. Okay, you can see the stock account is credited. This means the stock is going out of your system. Okay, and COGS account, this is the cost of goods sold account, is normally debited. Okay, so where exactly these two accounts are coming from? You can see very clearly these two accounts are coming from these two transaction keys. So these are all the GL accounts related to materials movement which are defined in transaction OBYC. So if I go to first one, which is stock account, so my stock account is BSX. Okay, you can see the stock account 2002 is coming from BSX, which means if I go to this transaction code BSX for my chart of account, which is RECH, you can see this is where I specified 2002, and that is the reason system is automatically selecting this GL account. I can do this valuation class wise. If I click on rules, I can tell the system that I want a separate stock account for each valuation class. Okay, so for example, for my raw materials, I need a separate GL. For my finished products, I need a separate GL. For my trading goods, I need a separate GL. That also I can do from here. Okay, and the next posting came from GBB, which we just now maintained. So if I go to GBB, and you can see the combination is maintained to 4002 GL account. And that is exactly what you are able to see here under 4002. Okay, so this is how the delivery document is created. Now system can clearly show you that for against this particular sales order, the goods issue is already done. The accounting impact has already been taken place. The next is once you deliver the material to the customer, now is the stage when you create a billing. You normally create a billing to the customer so that customer can pay you against that particular bill. So for billing, again, you will be able to go through logistics, sales and distribution, billing document, and you will be able to see this transaction VF01, which is to create a bill. If you double click on this, Now there are some billings which are related to delivery. So till the time you don't do the delivery of the material, system will not allow you to do the billing. But there are some other scenarios in which there is no delivery document to be created. Okay, we will talk about various different scenarios in the sales cycle in which it may not happen that you will be able to create a delivery document. So in that particular case, you can create a billing document which is related to non-delivery billing. Okay, so as of now, in this scenario that we are discussing, it is a material scenario. That is the reason my billing document would be generated based on the delivery that I have performed. So this is my delivery document. I'm just entering this delivery document, and when I press enter, system will automatically be able to generate the billing document. Okay, it will show you the billing screen where you can see all the details. If you want to change any details, you can change, and later on it will be sent to the customer. This is you can ignore this warning message. This is related to GST and all. So as of now, we don't need to worry about GST. Let's press enter, another enter. So you can see system is creating the bill for this much amount. It totally depends upon what amount you have entered in your sales order. Okay, in your sales orders, there was a condition. In the condition, whatever amount we entered, that would be treated as a billing amount. So in the bill, you are creating this bill for this particular customer. Okay, the billing date is today's date, and you can see the material that you are billing to the customer is this much quantity, and this is the total net value. Right? So if you try to save it now, system will generate a billing document. Just press enter, another enter. You can see there is an error. Interval y1 does not exist for object rv underscore veleg. If you are not able to understand such kind of errors, just click on the question mark. Okay, so what it is saying is create the missing number range interval in the customizing. Okay, so there is a configuration missing for this particular scenario. What we need to do is we need to set up the number ranges for the billing documents to be created. Okay, what number range is missing? It is saying number range y1. So number range is required at two ends. You have to create the number range from the SD point of view also, so that the billing document can be generated. And against this billing document, again system will generate the accounting document also. So number range has to be not only be created in FI, it has to be created in SD also. These are the two places where you need to ensure that the number range already exists. Right, let me try once again. So if I click on create, press enter, another enter, system will take you to the screen. Just keep on pressing enter. Okay, or maybe just click on save, and then if you are getting this warning, keep on pressing enter. If there is any error, that error will come here. You have to resolve this error so that it can continue. Okay, so interval y1 is the one that we need to maintain. How are you going to maintain the number ranges in SAP? What are the number ranges? First of all, what are the number ranges? Why do we maintain the number ranges? Any idea? Whenever you are doing anything, for example, you created a delivery document. Okay,
Yeah,
for example, if yeah, sorry, go ahead, Akshay.
yeah, for every document there should be a unique number to determine. That's why we maintain number ranges.
Right. So for every document, which means if I go to, let's assume we created a sales order. Let's take an example of the sales order itself. When we created the sales order, how the system determines this number? How system is taking the next number automatically? That is because these numbers are already, number range is already created in the system. Based on the number range, system is just taking the next number. Okay, so we can define our own number ranges. We can say our sales order numbers will start from this number, it will end at this number. Similarly, our delivery documents, if I go to VL02N, this is the delivery document number which got generated. This is also coming from the number range. Same way, now system is trying to generate the number for billing, and that is where exactly it is getting stuck because the number range for billing is not available. Okay, so what we need to do in that case is we have to go to the configuration. Okay, let me first show you the configurations related to all the things that we have seen till now. So all these configurations would be available under sales and distribution, obviously. Within sales and distribution, you can see there are different folders. So if you want to do the configurations related to master data, in the master data, you are able to do the configuration for business partners. You are able to do the configuration for customer material info records, which we will discuss shortly, right? Same way, there are basic functions. Within the basic functions, you can see you can determine the pricing, which is one of the very important topic that we will be discussing. If you are issuing the materials free goods means normally when you send a sample to the customer, which is free of cost, you are giving it to the customer. In that case, you can go for free goods. Okay, similarly, there are taxes. If the taxes are applicable based on which country you are implementing SAP system, there will be a lot of taxes requirements. Account assignment, we just now seen one example where we need to assign the GL accounts at different places so that the system is able to generate the accounting document. Availability check example, just now we have seen that whenever we are in the sales order, we can click on the availability check button and system will verify whether we'll be able to deliver the material on time or not. So there are a lot of things here in the basic settings which we need to understand one by one. Okay, so maybe today I was planning to talk about output determination. Let's see if we are able to complete that. Let me go to basic, out of basic functions. Then we have sales. Within sales, there are different kind of sales documents. Okay, so if I open the sales documents, you can see sales document header, sales document item. Now, what is sales document header and item? So for example, if I go to the sales order, okay, if I go to this particular sales order, this information, whatever you are able to capture here, this information is throughout the sales order. Okay, throughout the sales order, my customer will remain same. Throughout my sales order, my payment terms will remain same. Even if I click on this particular header details, whatever information is appearing here, my pricing procedure, my currency, all this information is a header information which will remain same for all the lines or all the materials that I'm going to use. These are my sales order items, okay, which can be different. So within one sales order, I can have hundreds of lines, right? So those particular lines are the lines which are going to be configured from the sales document line configuration. So there are two configurations mainly. First configuration is related to header part. Second configuration is related to the item part. Okay. Same way you can see scheduling lines, which is again related to the availability control checks and all. Document approvals, if there are any approvals required. So for example, the sales order has to go through the various level of approvals before it can be processed. So those things can be configured within sales. If I close this, then there is a billing configuration where we are getting stuck currently. So if you go to billing, you can see for billing documents, there is a separate configuration node. Define the billing types and define the number ranges for the billing types. So currently, if I am trying to generate a billing, okay, if I try to create a billing document, so VF01 is a transaction code to create a billing document. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir, very much.
Yes.
System got stuck. It is taking time. Okay. Yeah, so transaction code VF01, which is a billing document. So if I enter my delivery document number here and press enter, you can see system is trying to create the billing document with document type F2. This is a normal document type which we use in SAP F2. Okay, so the configurations related to the billing documents are done here. You can see define the billing types. Okay, if you double click on define the billing types and go to billing type F2, okay, this is where you will be able to see all the settings, and you can see document number range Y1 is assigned to this billing type. Okay, which means whenever system will use this document type, billing type, the numbers will come from document number range Y1. Okay, and currently the problem is this Y1 doesn't knows what numbers to take. Okay, so that is the reason you have to click on this define number ranges for billing documents. You can see this is the same object that we were getting the error with. Click on the intervals and just ensure that Y1 exists. You can see Y1 doesn't exist here. That is the reason system is not able to proceed further. So what we need to do is we need to click on the insert line and we have to enter the document type which we assign to, sorry, we need to create a number range which we assign to the billing type. Okay, or maybe you can use the number range which is already available. You can say, okay, I don't want to use Y1, I want to use 01 for this billing type. So it is up to you. So what I'm doing is I'm creating a new document number altogether, number range, and clicking on save. So now what will happen is system will try to take the same number from the number range, the next number which is available. So if you see Y1, starting number is 99 ending with 1. So this will be my first billing document that will get generated. Okay, let's try. So now if I continue with my billing, okay, and try to save it, enter, another enter, you can see billing document number has been generated. You can see 99 and ending with 1. This is exactly the number that we have provided. And as I told you, when you generate the billing document, immediately system also generates the accounting document. Okay, but due to some reason, if there is any error in accounting, for example, we know we have still not provided the GL accounts. See, in our delivery, system asked us for GL account, system has given us the error, we went into OBYC and we have provided the GL accounts. Same way, when the invoicing is done, when the billing is done, there also system will need some GL accounts. Okay, so those GL accounts we have still not provided. That is the reason our document went into the error. This is a very common error that you will get when you start working on the projects. Due to any reason in accounting, it may happen that your billing document is created, but your accounting document has not been created. And you can see the error is related to the account determination itself, which means system is not able to determine the GL account. So how to find out what is the error? How to check what exactly went wrong? Okay, so for that you will go to change the billing document. By default, system will show you the document that we have just now created. Just press enter. It will open this document in the system. What you can do here is you can go to environment, you can go to account determination analysis, and normally when the billing document is created, the error is related to the revenue accounts. So you will click on the revenue accounts. Okay, so system will be able to tell you here, if you double click, system will be able to tell you what is wrong. Okay, so for condition PR00, you can see system is not able to determine the GL account. If the system is able to determine the GL account, you will get a message here that this GL has been recognized. Okay, so this is a very important step. This is a very important configuration related to SD and FI. There is no MM role here. In our last settings, I told you it is related to SD, MM, and FI. Now it is related to SD, FI integration. Just remember, for SD and FI integration, in order to determine the revenue GL account, there is one single transaction that you should remember, and that transaction code is VKOA. VKOA is a transaction code where you will be able to maintain the account determination from the sales and distribution point of view. Right? Similar to in MMFI, we have a transaction OBYC. In SD, we have a transaction VKOA. Okay. And in VKOA, what we need to do is we just need to ensure that this combination, see the combination here. The combination is the account is missing for this particular account determination step. So these are the different combinations. You can see sales organization is RECH, chart of account is RECH, customer account group blank, account assignment group for material blank, account key ERL. So I will tell you what exactly it means. The same combinations you would be able to see in VKOA. Okay, so if you double click on this will give you the same combination. You can see chart of account, sales organization, account assignment, again account assignment for material, and then account key, and this is where you will be able to provide your revenue GL account. Right, this will remain same. This V and COFI will remain same. All these things you have to maintain according to your own scenario. Okay, this is all the details like chart of account, sales org, account assignment category, account key. But if you don't want to go into that much detail, then you can go for the other ones where you will say, I want to maintain only at this level. So you can see the fields will keep on decreasing. Okay, every time if I go, you can see just the sales organization, chart of account and GL account. So it totally depends upon your company. This will be decided by your customer at what level they want to determine the GL account, whether there will be the single GL account at the sales organization level, or there will be the separate GL account for each type of transactions. That has to be determined at the time of when you are implementing the system. And your financial consultant normally will be able to trigger this requirement. He will be providing you the GLs and you have to map this GLs here, or the other way around. You have to provide him the keys. You have to provide him at what level the GLs should be determined. He will go manually and enter those GLs in this transaction. So this is a joint responsibility between SD and FI to provide these GLs. GL code will be provided by FI, but this maintenance is a joint responsibility because FI doesn't knows which transaction keys you are using. FI doesn't knows what exactly the meaning of the account key. So all these things are the joint responsibility. In my case, what I'll do is I will copy this, okay, and I'll tell the system that, as I told you, this two will remain same. V and COFI will remain same. Our chart of account is RECH, that you can very clearly see here also. Our chart of account is RECH, our sales organization is RECH. These two are blank, and our account key is ERL. So same thing I am maintaining here. Okay, so chart of account RECH, sales organization also RECH. Okay, and here I am saying blank. Here I'm saying blank. All these two categories I'm saying blank. And account key ERL, and this is where I will assign the GL account. Who will provide you this GL account? It would be finance. So within finance, the
screen is freezed, Mr. Vikram.
please. From when?
After sales organization, you mentioned RECH in sales organization. After that blank, no, we can't see that it is stuck there.
Okay, all of you are not able to see?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
At the same page.
Okay, let me share it once again. Yeah, are you able to see now?
Yes.
Is it moving? Moving now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So here I need to provide the GL account, revenue GL account that will be, you will be getting from the accounts team. Okay, so let me see if there is any GL account related to revenue is created or not. If it is not created, we have to create one at our company code. So our company code is RECH, and I cannot see any revenue account created here. You can see these are asset accounts, these are bank accounts, these are AR, okay, these are stock accounts, these are expenses, but I cannot see any GL created for revenue. So simply I have to create one GL account, okay, which as I told you in your case, you will be checking with your FI counterpart. So I'll go to FS00 and here I'll click on new. In my case, my revenue accounts are starting with 3000. I already given you the video for chart of account. You can define what numbers you want to provide to your revenues. Okay, this would be, I'm keeping it as non-operating expense or income. Account group, I'm keeping it as revenue. And this is just my revenue account. I'm just entering the mandatory part, control data, nothing. Create bank interest tab. Here I'm maintaining G029, which is for the revenue accounts. G029 is for revenue accounts. That's it. Just save it. Now this GL I will assign to the account determination. So I will go here and I will tell the system that automatically determine this GL account whenever the posting is being made. Okay, let's press enter. Try to save it. And now if you try to proceed with your sales order and billing document, which means now see the billing document is already generated, but system was not able to determine the account, and that is the reason system was not able to generate the accounting document. See, if the accounting document is generated, then you can click on this and system will be able to show you the accounting document. In our case, it is saying the journal entry has not yet been created, which means the FI document was not able to be posted. So in order to post the FI document, what you need to do is you need to be in the change mode and there is a flag release to accounting. You have to click on this flag. This will again try to post the values in accounting. Let's try clicking on this. Again, if you are getting this warning, just press enter, another enter. Okay, and again you can see even now also we are getting the same error in the account determination. So system is still not able to determine the GL account. Okay, let's see why. If I press enter again, go to environment, go to account determination analysis for revenue account, and let me see what exactly is stopping the system to determine the GL account. Sorry, someone has changed this. You can see it is not Kofi, it is Yofi in our case. Oh, no, sorry, just give me a minute. So let me double click. Just give me a minute. Let me go to the account determination. So let me go to VKOA, and in VKOA, let me see. The one that we maintained just now, it is V Kofi. Chart of accounts is RECH. Let me just copy this. Let me take this Yofi. Okay, what error we are getting, according to that I'm just configuring. Save it, and then you go to your billing document once again and try to release it. Okay, press enter, another enter. Still it is showing the same thing. Let's see again. Environment, account determination analysis, revenue. So why system is not able to determine? Okay, I'm just trying this. Let me go to the specific one. Okay, which means at the account key level itself. Let me copy this Yofi My chart of account is RECH. Sales organization is also RECH. Account key in my case is ERL. And let me provide the GL account here, the one that we created. Okay, let's try to save it now. Let me come completely out and try to do this once again. Okay, so VF02 to change the sales billing document, click on release 1, 2. Still it is stucking to the determination analysis. The last one that I configured is this one.
Zero 20 and 030.
No, these are the steps. 020 and 030 are the access sequence.
Yes, and we are not doing it in access sequence. In
No, this
VQA,
is
go to VQA.
okay. Sorry, KOA.
Yeah, there is a 20 tab. In the tab, there is 20. Can we do it here? No.
Let's try. So I'm just copying this. It is asking for Yofi, right?
Yes.
This is RECH. Account key in our case is ERL. Company code is RECH. Let me remove this. We don't need this. And this is in our case 3000. And this is also 300. Sorry, I'm just keeping blank. I don't think this is relevant, but let's try.
It's relevant. I thought it's like that.
No, it's same. So because even if you see here, if I go with account determination analysis and revenue, you can see it is 20, 30, 40, 50. So it is not that one that we are looking at, right? Okay, no problem. Let me check and I will come back to you on this one. So maybe what we were about to discuss today, let me come to that point. This revenue is fine because from the billing point of view, we have completed the entire cycle. Accounting is definitely generated, and once the accounting is generated, it will go to the accounts team and they are responsible to collect the payments from the customer and they will be booking the payment in the system. So from SD point of view, just remember the cycle. From where we started off with creation of sales order. Okay, after the sales order, we have performed the delivery. Within the delivery, we started off with picking first. Okay, after the picking, we have done PGI. So which is again part of delivery. Within delivery, we have done the PGI. And after the PGI, we have executed the billing. Now, this billing should be also included in our document flow. So if I go to VA03, okay, and if I just click on this order number, you will be able to see the document flow. In the document flow, you can see the invoice is also created. Okay, you can clearly see that invoice is created with account determination error. If the account determination error is not there, from here itself, again, I can go to the display document, and from the display document, I can click on the accounting to see the accounting information. But in this case, because the accounting document is not created, I am not able to see the accounting view, which we have to resolve the error related to accounts and then it will come. So this is the entire flow for the normal sales order cycle. Now what we will discuss today is once the invoice has been generated, if I go to the invoice now, okay, if I click on the display document, Here, if you want to send this particular invoice, if you want to send this particular billing document to your customer, that is a normal case, right? Once we created a billing document, we have to send this billing document to our customer. So that procedure to print this document physically or to send this document through email to the customer, this functionality in SAP is called as output determination. Okay, because you are generating the output from your system and you are sending it to your customers, vendors, to the third parties. That is called as output determination. So if I want to send this particular document, if I want to send this billing document to my customer so that he can initiate the payment, in order to do that, I can go for billing document, issue output to if I'm using old methodology. Okay, but now if you go to this one, header, and within this, if you click on output, okay, you can see system was not able to determine any output till now. Okay, in order for the system to generate the output, you have to determine the output. So for example, if I click on the change mode, okay, and go to this particular billing document once again go to header, and if I go for the output, okay, and if you want to include a new output, you can click on the output here. You have to specify the output type, the receiver, the channel. Okay, receiver means to whom you want to send this billing document, how you want to send it, via the print or via the email or via the iDoc, okay, that you can specify here. The form language and the form template. Okay, so what would be the content in that form? What language you want to use, which language you want to use, whether you want to send the form in the English language or maybe some other language, that can be controlled from the output. So once your billing document is created, just remember, in order to send this billing document to the customer, you need to determine the output. Now the thing is, if you have worked on ECC, okay, if you have any experience in ECC, there is a difference in ECC vis-a-vis SAP S/4HANA when it comes to the output determination. Any idea where exactly in ECC you can configure the output? Anyone worked on that?
NACE.
Transaction code NACE, right? If you go to transaction code NACE, this is where you normally determine the output. So for example, in case of billing, we normally determine the output using application V3. Okay, if I double click on this, or maybe if I select this and go to my procedures or output types, this will give me the details like how exactly my output would be determined. But this is now is the old functionality. Okay, although I'm not saying it is deleted, it is still available in SAP S4 also. But in addition to this NACE based configuration, there is a new BRF plus based configuration. BRF plus, called as business rule framework. Okay, there is a new configuration related to BRF plus, stands for business rules framework. Okay, so it is a choice for the customer whether they want to use the new methodology, the new way of determining the output. See, currently, if I am in the invoice, the output that I am able to see currently, this is related to the new output. If any one of you has worked on ECC, you will very well judge here that this is not the same screen that was there in ECC. This output determination screen is looking little bit different. The reason is, by default, the new output determination is active in the system. Okay, so if you want to deactivate the new output determination, if you want to activate the old output determination, there is a way. Okay, we will discuss all these things in detail. As of now, I'm just giving you the overview. So if I go to SPRO, IMG, so from cross application components, okay, within cross application components, you will go to you will go to message. You'll be able to see output control. Okay, in cross application components, you'll be able to see output control. Within output control, you would be able to see manage application object type activation. This is a place where you can tell the system, you can see for different document types, for different types of documents that you can print the output, you can tell the system whether you want to use the new output management or you want to use the old output management. Okay, in our case, if this application is active, this means system will use the new output management. If I say application inactive, then system will assume that I don't want to use a new functionality of output determination, which means system will use the old functionality itself. Okay, first I will explain you how the old functionality works, and then we will also understand in detail how the new functionality works and what are the differences. So as of now, I just deactivated the old functionality and deactivated the new functionality and activated the old functionality. Okay, let's try to click on save. Now, if you go back to your billing document once again, so if I go to VF01 or VF02, enter. Now, if I go to header and output, it is still showing same because this has been already generated. Okay, let me do one thing. Let me create another sales cycle. So I'll start with VA01. Okay, I'll use the same objects what I used in my previous sales order. Okay, so what was our sales order number that we generated? Let me check it here. I'll go to sales organization RECH 603. I want to copy all the data from 603. So system will automatically copy the header information. System will automatically copy the line level information. Let me tell you once again how I did this. So instead of entering all the details again and again, what I can do is I can copy the sales order from the existing sales order. Okay, so in that case, I will click on create with reference. I will go to order. My order, I'm just trying to copy this order number 603. Click on the copy button. System will automatically copy all the other details from the sales order itself. Right? Only thing is this PO number and PO date, because this will be obviously different in different orders, right? So this you can enter manually. This will not get defaulted automatically. All the other things, they will be defaulted automatically. Okay, so you want to perform, let's say, availability check, you will click on this. Again, it is saying you the same thing that the delivery can be done on 21st. No problem, you just click on copy and save it. So now the sales order has been created. If I want to do the delivery for the sales order, I will use the same transaction VL01N. My shipping point is again RC01, and this time this is my sales order number. And again, as I told you, the date should be the actual date on which the delivery has to be taken. Press enter, go to picking, enter the picking quantity. If you want to save it, picking separately and PGI separately, you can save. Otherwise, you can directly from here itself, you can click on PGI. Okay, so this will generate the delivery document, this will generate the accounting document, and finally, based on this delivery document, you can go ahead and create a bill. So we have 01 for this particular delivery document. Let's press enter, another enter, enter, okay, and try to save it. Okay, again, the error is in the account determination, which we can ignore as of now. But if I go to the change mode now, and if I want to see my output, so I'll go to header and the output. Okay, are you able to see the difference? Let me show you the difference in the two billing documents that we created. So this is first one. Sorry, this is first one. If you go to environment, go to header and output. Are you able to see any difference in these two screens?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Right, so you can see the difference is here it is asking you output type, receiver, channel, country. Here it is asking you medium, function, okay, partner, language. So there is a lot of difference between these two. Why there is a difference is because the first one is using new output determination. The second screen is using old output determination. So all the configurations related to old output determination has to be done via transaction NACE. NACE is a transaction code from where you would be able to configure the old output determination. When it comes to new output determination, the configuration is made using a new transaction which was not there in ECC. The transaction code is OPD, output parameter determination. And this will open in Fiori. This will not open in your traditional GUI. This will only work on Fiori. Okay, this is a web-based transaction code which would be only able to use on Fiori. Okay, so it will definitely ask you to log in enter your credentials. Okay, you can see output parameter determination, OPD. Okay, as of now, what you understood till now is once the billing document is created, in order to send this billing document to your customer, either via printing option or via email or maybe through any third option, if you want to send this particular billing document to your customer, in order to generate that output, you need the output determination functionality in SAP. In SAP ECC, the output management was taken care by transaction NACE, NACE, but in SAP S/4HANA, in addition to NACE, NACE is also available, but in addition to that, SAP has provided a new functionality called as BRF Plus. BRF Plus uses transaction OPD to perform the configuration. It is up to the customer whether they want to use the old output management functionality or they want to use the new output management functionality. Okay, they can go to a particular configuration and from there they can easily tell the system which functionality they want to use. Right, once that is activated, every time whenever you will be creating the billing document, system will by default, based on the configuration, it will determine whether the output to be determined is using the old output determination or using a new output determination functionality.
What is the
Okay,
benefit of the new output means? What is the main difference?
right. So the thing is, this new output determination, it was provided by SAP starting from 1511 onwards. According to SAP, okay, it has not been seen till now. According to SAP, the new output determination is based on business rule framework, which is faster, okay, in performing the output determination, in sending the outputs to the customers compared to the functionality of NACE that we were using previously. What was the technique that we were using in NACE? In NACE, it is called as condition-based technique, right? All our pricings, outputs in SAP ECC,
Everything.
they were based on condition-based technique. So condition-based technique, according to SAP, is the old way. Going forward, wherever condition-based technique was used, SAP is trying to introduce the new framework, that is business rule. Business rule is faster, it is easier to configure. It can be also configured by the end user automatic by giving the Fiori screens and all. And very importantly, the most important thing, why SAP introduced this BRF plus based functionality is because in terms of cloud, okay, in on-premise, no problem. In on-premise, customer has the option to use NACE, customer can use Fiori. But when it comes to cloud, if you remember, I told you previously, all the configurations can be only done via Fiori. And the problem is NACE based configuration is not supported in Fiori. And that is the reason they came up with this option that if you are using cloud, uh, if you are not using on-premise, if you are using cloud solution from SAP, in cloud solution, NACE option is not at all available. The only option available is you have to use the new output determination. Okay, but apart from that, when we see the details, when we see the step-by-step details, how it is configured, then things will become more clear.
Mr. Vikram, like if, as you mentioned, like it is all business rules in the S4HANA, and the condition technique was the one which we were using in the world. In that case, our pricing procedures also is changing according to the business rules, or the same old condition technique is continued?
The thing was, when SAP introduced this BRF plus based framework, initial days, it was like everybody was talking about that, yes, everything is going to be replaced by BRF plus, but later on, the response that SAP got in terms of output itself was not very good. And that is the reason now there is a lot of slowness. Slowness in the sense, SAP is not concentrating too much on this BRF plus framework. Okay, and that is the reason even today also, if you ask me, even if the new output determination is available, whether it is being used by the companies or not, there are very, very few, maybe only cloud customers I can say, because they don't have the NACE option. They are going for the new output determination, but others are currently also they are following the old output determination. And due to the response, because customers are not using the new functionality as it is not 100% delivered from SAP, even SAP has become slow to deliver the other components which can be replaced with BRF plus. So although the idea was, yes, to replace the condition-based techniques wherever it is used in pricing, in output, everything with BRF plus, but because the response was not that much good, there is no change in the pricing procedure. It is still following the condition-based technique. But it may happen in future once the BRF plus is stabilized and the customers are accepting it. It may happen in future that the pricing is also to be carried out using the BRF plus framework.
Okay. Means as far as cloud customers are concerned, they can also use the condition-based pricing now, as of now?
Yes, yes. From the pricing point of view, there is no problem. Only thing is for the output, they will be only able to use BRF plus.
Okay, understood.
Right. Pricing is, there is no change. Pricing, irrespective of whether you are using on premise or you are using on cloud, there is no currently there is no replacement available for condition based, and that is the reason it is available in both. But when it comes to output, output is very clear in SAP S/4HANA Cloud. You don't have the option of NACE at all. NACE, even initially when SAP came up with the first version of S/4HANA, they, even in on-premise system, they removed NACE. But later on, as I told you, the response was not good. Customers have asked SAP to provide NACE till the time PRF plus is not stable, and that is the reason till now also uh, NACE is available. Okay, and even going forward, because as I told you, the improvements or the developments are very slow when it comes to BRF plus. So maybe SAP is not stopping any customers to go for NACE. It is available and it is customers' choice whether to go for NACE or the new output determination.
Coming back to our sales order, I have a question. Can I ask, or like anybody has any questions in this one?
Go ahead, go
Yeah,
ahead.
actually,
Any
I
questions?
have,
Go
I
ahead. You
have a
now
few
completed the
questions.
overall cycle.
Sales
If you have
order,
any
please.
questions, you ask.
Yeah, regarding the order, like after creating the order, the quantity and this confirmation of quantity before picking, how actually it happens? Can you explain again, please?
Confirmation of quantity you are saying, right?
Yeah, I'll create, like we created the order, then trading goods are like one of the goods we took 10 pieces. After that, one more line is created, schedule line, where it says the confirmed quantity, right? And like
Right. So what
how
happens
it is.
you are getting the order from the customer. Let's assume you are my customer. Okay,
Yeah.
you came to me and you said that I am looking for this material and I want the delivery before this particular date. So what I'll do is when I create the sales order, I will enter the material that you are looking for. I will enter the quantity, and I'll also tell the system that this is the delivery date customer is looking for. Now, What system will do, system
Are
will
you sharing
automatically.
your screen now?
No. You want me to share? Okay.
No,
Let me
no
share.
need, no need, no need, no need. It's okay.
No problem. Let me do this. So let's say
Okay.
you are my customer. So I entered your customer ID here. You given me PO. I entered your PO number. I entered your PO date. Whatever payment terms we agreed, whatever the freight charges and all we agreed, those things I will enter all here. Even in the conditions, I will
Yeah.
enter the material that you are looking for, how much quantity you are looking for, what is the price that we agreed. Within the price also, what are the taxes, all those conditions I can enter in this conditions tab. Okay, and before I save this order, if I activate the system to perform the availability check, what system will do is just to ensure that, see what will happen if I just blindly enter the date here, and then at the time of delivery I came to know that there is not sufficient stock available in the system. So that will create a wrong impression, right? My reputation will be created very bad. And that is the reason I want system, whenever I'm creating the order, system should go and check in the stock whether the material is available or not. If the material is not available, what system will do is system will go and check, even that is a flexibility available in the system. It will go and check in the procurement module that if I create a purchase order for this material today, normally how much time it takes to receive this material. Okay. And system will propose me that material is not available on this particular date, but material can be available on this particular date. Okay, so for example, you are requesting for 20th, but I'm 100% sure that 20th is not possible because the stock is not available. And if I even order it, it will take another 5 days to receive the stock. So accordingly, system will perform the calculations and it will tell you that the next date on which you can deliver this material is 25th. Okay, so although I want on 20th, but what you can see the system is doing is, system is saying, yes, you were requesting for 20th, but I can only deliver on 21st. Why this is being done is, now once the sales order has been created, you can send this sales order as an acknowledgement to the customer that I received your order and I have already processed your order in my system, and you requested for the delivery date of 20th, but just to inform you that we'll be only able to deliver on 21st. So that customer is also aware, not surprised when you are not delivering the material on the 20th.
Understood. Like this one is even related to our material. Even the route determination is also possible in this case, right? Like for example, my customer is far away, 1,000 kilometers away. My delivery will be like, even if he asks for 20th.
Route determination is also possible.
Possible. Okay. So that will also be updated here itself, the confirmed quantity and then whatever the possible delivery date. It could be both based on delivery, I mean, what do you call, route determination, and as well as the availability also, if I'm not wrong. Is that correct?
Right.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, Nagesh, you're right.
Hello. So,
Yes, Akshay, you were asking something? Yes,
yeah,
Tushar.
sir,
Go ahead.
sir, actually, I can see that there is two things, like outbound delivery and delivery. So, is there any difference between them?
No, delivery is a common term. Outbound delivery is more specific. So when you are saying outbound delivery, this means you are issuing the material out of your stock. When you say inbound delivery, it means the material is coming into your stock.
So, there is another term, inbound also.
Inbound also. Inbound is normally used when you receive the material. So let's assume you are doing stock to, let's say you are doing the stock transfer from one plant to another plant. So for one plant, it would be inbound, and another plant, it would be outbound.
And sir, this
Right?
schedule line date is coming by automatically, or something we have to be assigned for that? Because we
No,
can
no, no.
see
Whatever information is coming here, okay, whether it is shipping or it is billing or it is conditions or account assignment, for all of this, we have to do some configuration. Currently, system is taking the default configuration, whatever is already maintained. right? But if we have a separate requirement, if you are not happy with the way the standard system behaves, we have a complete control where we can go and configure according to our requirements. So till now, whatever we have seen, we have just seen what is available in the standard system. Okay, even we are using the standard document type, we are using the standard conditions, we are using the standard item category, but we have the option that we can create on our own also, if we are not happy with the standard functionality.
Hello, Vikram.
Yes, Akshay.
Yes, order reason in sales order. So is it removed or what?
Sorry, which one?
Order reason.
Order reason. No, order reason is available. Maybe the field control is not available. Otherwise, order reason is still available.
Yeah, it's something in co-location one is there. That so
You can see the order reason.
okay. Yeah. Okay. What is in co-location one in place of order reason? There is in co-location one in yeah. Here are there.
This one. No, no, even this is there in ECC also. Only thing is field control. So if you don't want to see this field, you can
Yeah.
disable it. You want to bring, you can bring it. So these are all the fields which are available, which you can customize as per your requirements.
Okay. Okay. Got it. Got it.
Hello,
Yeah,
sir.
from this customer
Sir,
reference and customer reference date, if you compare it with ECC, there is no change. But we have to discuss this. Huh? I'm not saying that we don't need to discuss. We have to discuss most of the important fields that we normally use. But yes, it is up to us which fields we want to display, which field we want to hide.
sir,
Yes,
actually, when we are talking about the revenue account, you told something, the key transactions. So, sir, what are them? It's there different key transactions.
sorry, transaction keys you are saying, not key
Yes,
transaction.
sorry, sir. Yes, sir.
So that
Transaction
is
key, sir.
actually, yeah, so that is, see, there are different types of materials movement. Okay, material can go out, material can come in. Sometimes you are selling the material to the customer, sometimes you are issuing the materials to the internal departments, sometimes you are buying the assets. So there are different type of transactions that you do, right? So for
Okay.
each those type of transactions, SAP has provided different transaction keys, so that if you want to assign the separate GLs, that you can do it very easily. Okay, so the most importants are BSX, which is related to your stock account. Okay, same way, if you talk about the SD point of view, we have GBB, which is mainly for COGS. Okay, so if you go for GBB, this we normally use for our COGS account, right? So like this, there are different transaction keys which are available in the system, so that they will be able to determine your GL accounts. Okay, Tushar?
Going forward,
Yes.
are we going to look into different kinds of orders like
Yes.
consignment, credit?
Yes, Nagesh. What we will do is we are going to see two different things. Number one, we need to see the different scenarios. So as of now,
Okay.
discussed is a straightforward scenario where we create a sales order, delivery, and billing. But going
Okay.
forward, even within the standard scenarios also, whatever we have done, we have used all the standard things which are pre-delivered by SAP. For example, order type. Now tomorrow, if you want to create your own order type, what is the purpose of the order type? What are the different fields which can be controlled by the order type? So we need to see all these configurations also.
Okay.
So different type of scenarios plus how to configure those scenarios. These are the two things that we are going to see in detail.
Sir, can you provide previous video of material ledgers, because it's important, because we cannot process for
Material
this.
ledger I can provide, but material ledger anyways, okay, for activation you are saying.
Yes. So because, sir,
Okay.
tomorrow's session was Scrum, you told that, so might be not updated in the your portal actually. So that's why
Okay,
I'm
okay. Okay, so any questions before we close today?
Yeah, Vikram, will you take a session on authorizations, credit card, bank account authorizations? Those are the, I think, fields we saw while creating customer. That's why. How the authorization process in sales order.
Okay, you mean to say how to give the authorization to the end user?
No. In sales order, there is payment card where we the credit card and bank account details get updated. So how it gets the authorized for the net value of the order.
Yes, that we'll be discussing.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you then. See you next Saturday. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Have a
Thank you.
nice week. Yeah. Bye.